welcome to the Scott Show. This is Scott here, and we are making it happen with the Hell in the Cell preview show. This pay-per-view comes live from Detroit, Michigan, and the Little Caesars Arena. It is brought to you by KFC and WWE 2K18. It is the SmackDown brand's turn to rock it out, and by the way, rock it out means the theme song, Breaking into Hell by Airborne. So check them out. I'm sure they're wonderful artists. And I'm sure you've only heard the song 5 trillion times already. It's kind of like that song, one of the WrestleMania ones. That was just terrible. It was Flow Rider, but I've heard it like 1 trillion times. And once I heard it a few weeks ago, and I'm like, I never want to hear the song again ever. So, there you go, folks. That is my little go off the rails about WrestleMania's theme song. Now, we start out the big show here in Detroit, Michigan. It's Hell in the Cell. We got 2 matches in the cell. But first of all, we start with the pregame, and that is Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, the man from the University of Minnesota, against the Hype Bros, Mojo Rawley and Zack Ryder. They got to do something with the Hype Bros, man. Mojo Rawley won the Under the Giant Over the Top Battle Royal at WrestleMania, and then he's still been in this tag team with the Hype Bros, and I don't get it. It just blows my mind. So, folks, after the New Day and Usos, they need to just push the Hype Bros to the moon like they did with Jinder, which we'll talk about later, and go for it. That's what they need to do. That would be the only way that anything would make sense. Folks, that's what I truly think. I mean, Shelton Benjamin is an amazing wrestler. Chad Gable's awesome too. I could actually see them breaking up sometime and Shelton being a bad guy or Shelton doing something that doesn't require him being in a tag team, because Shelton's a man. And Shelton AJ would be a great match. So, just saying. Now, we have Randy Orton versus Rusev in a grudge match, I guess. Randy Orton beat Rusev at SummerSlam in like 10 seconds. Rusev came back, said, you disrespected me and whatever. Long story short, Rusev pins Orton in like 10 seconds. This is the rubber match of it. Now, if Randy Orton wins, I would just cry, I think. Randy Orton doesn't deserve to win this. Rusev needs to win. They need to push the heel. Rusev beating Randy Orton. That would be the dream of dreams that I would call for. In the second match, you have Bobby Roode, the Glorious One. Everybody go, Glorious! Yes, because it's a wonderful, great song. And he's all about his entrance, and his entrance is always amazing. And he's facing off against Mr. I want to try to be like everybody else's entrance, Dolph Ziggler. Dolph has been doing this thing where he goes and tries everybody else's entrance. He did the Macho Man, he did Bayley, he did the Undertaker last week, he did DX and Shawn Michaels and Triple H, and they've been funny and they show a little bit of his humor, but I don't think it got over at all, and I don't see him beating Bobby Roode. If he does beat Bobby Roode, it's going to be a great feud if that's what happens, if they give Dolph the win. However, I really can't see it. I really wish what they would do with Dolph is give him a tag team and let them go after the New Day, because Dolph Ziggler is really good. And look what they did with Cesaro and Sheamus. Now they're known as The Bar. You would have never thought that 2 years ago. You would have saw these two guys and said, hey, they're not... besides being both European, or both from that part of the world, because I don't know if you can call the Irish European without getting yelled at, you would never expected them together, and now they are. So, there you go. Bobby Roode, Dolph Ziggler, that would be actually a pretty good team. AJ Styles and Baron Corbin. Now, this disturbs me greatly for many reasons. Number one, because Ty Dillinger is still out there somewhere. Number two, because Baron Corbin has been dressed down and made look like a wimp. And AJ is I mean, he's AJ freaking Styles. He doesn't even deserve to be in the United States Championship match. He deserves to be in the World Championship match, which we'll discuss later. But because he's the U.S. champion, he's made the belt what it is. Maybe it's time to drop it. If they drop it to Baron Corbin, that might be a thing. I don't know. But I wouldn't mind seeing Baron Corbin as a champion and kind of push him and then give it to... folks, I would actually probably like to see Bobby Roode win the United States Championship over Baron Corbin. That would be interesting. I can't see where they go with Corbin a lot, but SmackDown is not always the best booked. I mean, look at the tag team match we'll discuss later. So you have Natalya and Charlotte Flair for the Women's Championship. This disturbs me also, and let me tell you why. It disturbs me because you have so many great women on the roster for SmackDown. You know, you have Becky Lynch out there. You have Carmella out there. You know, those two especially deserve to be somewhere on the list, somewhere on the pay-per-view, and they're not even on a pregame show. And Natalya and Charlotte are both really good. They've fought before. It's going to be a great match. I want to see Charlotte Flair win the SmackDown Women's Championship, and then we'll see what happens from there. Now, I wouldn't mind seeing Ronda Rousey come out and do something, but that's a pipe dream. Alright, folks, then the next one we got is The New Day. Big E and Kofi Kingston with Xavier Woods in their corner against the Uso brothers, Jay and Jimmy Uso. If the Usos win this match, I'm just going to start throwing things at my TV. I really do not like the Usos. You know, I'm sure they'd be fantastic wrestlers if you put them under a mask and give it, you know. Dolph is right. If you put them under a mask and do something with them, then maybe they'll be something. But the Usos, to me, are just kind of dull and boring. I want to see... The New Day is the Flash, and the Usos were a flash in the pan a long time ago. But, yeah, the New Day needs to retain here. And, you know, they can face off against the Fashion File guys, because that would be a good match. I like the Fashion File guys. And I heard they're even going to be on here. So, fingers crossed we get to see the Fashion File guys. I mean, hey, the guy, you know, Tyler Breeze did wrestle, you know, Jushin Thunder Liger on a takeover, and now he's going to be in a tape segment with, you know, Fandango. But hey, you know, whatever works, and it's getting over, but they need to give them a title shot, and it needs to be against the New Day, because the New Day can have fun with them, and I think they can enjoy each other's wrestling company. Alright, we talk about the co-main event match. It is for the WWE Championship of the World. It is Jinder Mahal, the modern day Maharaja, with the Singh brothers against the Artist, the King of Strong Style, the guy who can kick you so hard you're going to feel it until next Tuesday, Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura is the man, and I just want Shinsuke to win so bad. If he doesn't, I think I might cry. I did buy my ticket for tables, ladders, and chairs, so I can't be too mad about that because it's not SmackDown. If Shinsuke showed up to the Raw, then I would be like jumping for joy and upgrading my seat. But I'm gonna go with Shinsuke here. I think that they need to turn over the title, and they need to do it for this very reason. Falls Count Anywhere Hell in a Cell match. It is Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens. These two are going to be the main event. It's the big Hell in a Cell match. You don't bring out the boss for just nothing. So I think what's going to happen here is what should happen in every time you have the boss against a wrestler that wrestles all the time. The wrestler that wrestles all the time should win. So send everybody home happy with Shinsuke Nakamura being your new heavyweight champion. And then Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon tear the house down, and Owens wins. I wouldn't be sad about that. Then you're setting up Kevin Owens and Shinsuke Nakamura. And then after that, you can set up Nakamura and AJ Styles. And then after that, you can set up, or in between that, you can set up AJ and Bobby Roode for the United States Championship if Aaron doesn't win it. So many ways to go with so many talented people. We're getting right back down to the SmackDown 6. Here you have Owens, Nakamura, Styles, Roode, Ziggler, Orton. You know, I mean, that's 6 right there. If you want to add in a 7th, you can add in Rusev because he's the man. So, there you go, folks. That is my picks. As some of my picks, I haven't really made a lot of picks. But, I mean, if you want me to, I'll make picks right now. I think the Hype Bros are going to win. I think Owens is going to win, but McMahon's going to do something just absolutely off the freaking wall. I think Rusev's going to win. Bobby Roode is going to win. AJ, I would love to see him retain, but I think Baron Corbin's going to win that. Charlotte needs to win the Women's Championship. The New Day winning. And your new World Heavyweight Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm going to call that. And if I'm wrong on this, and Jinder Mahal, the modern day Maharaja, keeps the title, I might cry. Because he's not that great of a champion. I watched a live stream with a guy from India, and he said, man, terrible champion. He's just terrible. And it's true. So, yeah, they need to switch the belt. It needs to go to Shinsuke. And, that's it, folks. That is Hell in a Cell. It's from Detroit, Michigan at the Little Caesars Arena. Check it out live on the WWE Network. I'll be back tomorrow, and I will be calling more wrestling matches tomorrow after I go run a 5K and probably fall over. So you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you real soon.